Sup, gigglers?
Gary, fix the Wi-Fi.
Manifest that shit.
We can't be managed. I mean, the day just got away from me.
Happy geriatric giggler birthday to Paige Sorbo.
I'm officially having a geriatric. I would officially be having a geriatric pregnancy.
No, in my head, you've been 32. I didn't know you were 31. Because I'm a year older. So
Yeah.
there's like 2 months where I'm like really a lot older than you and wiser.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're back.
And then I catch up in November.
How are you feeling? You just woke up. Daphne's on your lap.
Daphne's on my lap. She's grabbing at my microphone and my headphones, and I'm just so blessed. Look at her.
Why do you sound like a Mormon TikTok wife?
I feel so
I'm holding my baby and
blessed.
I just feel blessed. I'm just happy to be here on this planet with my loved ones and God looking down on me.
No, that's how I feel when I see Daphne.
Well,
I'm like, you're just a blessing.
I realized we never told people about some tour updates, like some stuff we've been doing on
Yeah,
tour.
we have some tour stuff. Wait, before we get to tour
Yeah,
stuff.
what should we do? What are we doing? I'm so scared right now.
Wait, that's such a valid. You ever just like you look at your friend and you're just like, what are we
What's
doing?
the plan? What's the plan of attack? Because I'm scared right now.
Okay, I just need to get this out because I feel like I'm the only one with this perspective and I just don't know why. I'm so proud of the marathon runners. I love that they have like a commitment to something and like they're so much healthier than everyone else in the country, and I'm so proud of them for running the marathon yesterday. Getting in a taxi from JFK to go to the Upper West Side on the Sunday of the marathon, I wished that they all got shin splints. Like, I was cursing. I couldn't have been more pissed the fuck off.
I was like, what is she going to say? Okay, shin splints, good.
I forgot that it was marathon day, which I should have remembered because it literally is always right by my birthday.
Surprised you know what shin splints are.
I mean, I wish them upon everyone that ran yesterday.
Wait, how long did it take you to get home?
Hannah, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even know the route my guy was going. And then like we took taxis from JFK because they were just like all lined up. This guy like refused to talk to me too. I was like, let's figure out a plan here. Like,
you're like, we're in this together. Let's get our heads together.
we're in this together. I called 3 different people in the back of his car. He must have thought I was insane.
Or when they get cocky and they like won't go on
He wouldn't go on any apps.
Any apps?
I was like, I get that we're like fighting against Uber, and I'm like so with you in this fight for this
you
moment.
should have
'cause I'm
just
in the back
hung
of
out
this
at my
taxi.
place. We could have recorded the pod and then
I
later
should
on.
have.
But it's fine. I mean, Grace and I got home real quick because we're downtown divas.
No, I mean it took me like another hour, I would say, to like get home.
I'm so sorry. What happened when
Thank
you walked in
you.
and Daphne saw you? Give us the play-by-play.
Just like pure love and joy, admiration, affection.
Because my baby, when I see my baby, it changes the world for me. I love my baby. And she's changed
And
me.
I like to say that she saved me. You know, she taught me about what unconditional love is. And I thought I knew, but I didn't.
Can I say something controversial?
Yeah, I would love it.
Do you know when people have a kid and they go like, this kid made me a better person? I'm always like, so you didn't want to be a good person until you had it. That's fucking weird.
It's like
Until you had a baby that you were like, oh, this baby looks at me and I should like question some things. What were you doing before? Like pickpocketing people every day? Like, what do you mean?
You know what's funny now is to think that like, I mean, I think about this all the time because we are on reality TV, but like now kids will be able to go back and see like what their parents were like putting on TikTok when they were a baby. And like,
Do you know what's like my mental illness? I'm like, yes, bitch, you better see me do that crowd work at that douchey guy up front. You better be like, that's my mama.
yeah, and just like things that like their moms say about them.
I love that your daughter's gonna be like, wait, my mom's outfits were so good.
Unless she doesn't, and then I have to put her up for adoption.
True.
Unless I'm like, go to your Aunt Hannah's and play your stupid sports.
Wait, should I tell them how I got abducted basically? But it was so early in the morning I didn't know.
Yeah, yes, because then we need to tell the Minneapolis story.
Yeah. Okay, so the thing with tour is the show is the most fun, easiest part. Once we're on
The show
the stage,
is the easiest part of tour.
when we are on the stage with the gigglers, every worry and problem leaves the room. There's this, it's this fucking incredible energy I can't explain. Every second leading up to that is actual torture.
No, torture.
All we want to do is just get on stage. So anyway, we have to wake up at fucking 4:30 a.m. to get to Seattle in New York City. And I get in the Uber. And 10 minutes in, I look down at the app and I realize, like, he's never accepted the ride. So I'm like, oh, hey, like, can you accept the ride?
Like, it's still dark out. It's actually like prime sex trafficking time.
Yeah. So I'm like, not, you would think that. I personally am like, I don't feel like I'm sex trafficable. Like, that's my own problems. I'm just.
Have you seen your ass? You're sex trafficable. Okay. They'd freaking love that thing.
Okay, wait, I'm blushing. Stop. I'm blushing. So I basically was like, sir, can you accept it? And he goes, oh, it's not letting me, because he was like so far away from the pickup location. That's where you said you would have jumped out of the car.
I would have been like, and we're pulling over.
Me, I said, if this is how I go, this is how I go. It's too early for me to fight for my life. So I said, that's fine. He goes, can you just cancel the ride and then Venmo me? And I said, sir, yes, 100%. Because I'm not thinking of a solution here. And if
I hope Lenore is listening to you and listening to this right now and drafting a text message to you as we speak.
The thing is, so I canceled the ride, and then I realized, because it was like a pre-reserved ride, because I reserved the early ones, it automatically charges you $100 for canceling.
So now you're paying this.
So now
man.
I'm in $200 before 5 a.m. I've spent $200, so it has to be some kind of record. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, I have to speak up for myself like Paige does, but not to that extent. So I go, sir, they charged me $100. And he's like, oh, can you like question that? This is during like a 50-minute drive to JFK. So there's a lot of time for me to jump out if I wanted to.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm honestly too tired to jump out of the car. I don't want to. So he just takes me away, and I message Uber like, hey, can I get a refund? And they don't respond because it's 4:30 a.m.
Right.
And no one should be doing anything. Might as well sex trafficking people at 4:30 a.m. So anyway,
the sleep schedule that sex traffickers must be on is
the
probably
sleep schedule?
debilitating. Yeah.
No.
Like, you guys are nocturnal.
So then I kind of just like went with it. And then we got there, and I think I actually was like so nice that afterwards he felt bad, because then he was like, hey, like, if you want, I'll pay you back for the money. Like, he wasn't being sleazy about it. Like, he literally was like, you can text me. But then I was like, I feel like
You're a perfect example of like when you get into a situation, like you go the nice route,
Yes.
and you end up getting like a better outcome, where I immediately switch and I'm like, I will kill everything you love and care about if you continue to fuck with me.
I'll end up flirting myself into like a full relationship. Like, the niceness sometimes is not good.
Yeah.
Like, next thing you know,
I still think about the day I told that woman to fuck off at LaGuardia, and I relish in it, and I love it, and I hope she thinks about it, you know?
No, my toxic trait is I feel like if we got kidnapped, I'd straight up be like, look, what's going on at home? Did I tell you, like, when guys would DM me for feet pics, I would try to get to their psyche of like why they wanted feet pics.
Like, what? Like, what does this do for you?
Or he'd be like, hey, can I be your sugar daddy? And I'd be like, did your mom not hug you as a kid?
Now listen to what happened to us in Minneapolis.
Was it Minneapolis or Indianapolis?
Is there a difference?
I actually don't remember. So let's just continue with one of the
I'm pretty sure it was Minneapolis. And so, like, if anyone works at the airport in Minneapolis, listen up.
I think it was on our way home from Indianapolis to New York.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah. Indianapolis. Okay. Shout out.
So we get to the airport again, where it's early. It's like what, like 6:37?
Yeah.
We're early at the airport. So we get through TSA, get through security. We're walking to our gate. Hannah sees like a smaller Delta lounge, like a little, literally looks like a little one-room Delta lounge. And we have 40 minutes till our flight. And she's like, let's just go in
Perfect.
there. We'll like get food, go to the bathroom. Cool. I scan my boarding pass first. I'm waiting for Hannah and Grace. Hannah goes up. She's like, oh, I have a +1. She's scanning her boarding pass. The lady goes, no, this boarding pass has already been scanned in. Hannah's like, okay, well, I just got here, so I don't know how that's possible. Hannah looks at her boarding pass. It says Paige DeSorbo. We're like, perfect. Awesome. The lady's like, oh, you guys booked on the same reservation. Your boarding pass has to be there.
Yeah.
Just swipe and see. Hannah's like, nope, don't see it. Not here.
I go, first of all, in the club, we all fam. So let me into the fucking club. How did I get up to this point of I went through TSA and security and you're telling me I don't have a boarding pass?
Wait, this is actually a perfect example of you went so nice and I went, if this lady starts to give us attitude, I'm going to freak out because how is this our fault?
I know, but in this moment, I realize I have no grounds to speak on because I possibly don't. I broke into this airport.
So I'm like, can you just look her name up, like, and see what her confirmation number is? Or, like, can you see her ticket? Yeah. So they're, like, typing in Hannah's name, and they're like, sorry, you don't have a ticket for this flight.
She goes, you actually
don't exist.
You don't exist. You don't have Social Security. You're a ghost.
She's like, you don't exist in Indianapolis airport. And so I immediately am like, well, how the fuck did she get through TSA and security?
Because she's not that smart. Look at her.
I'm like, that she doesn't have a ticket. And they're like, oh, well, they use your ID when you go through TSA. And I'm like, there's no way in hell that you can get through security with your ID not having a ticket. And if that's the case, then what the fuck is the point of the TSA security? Like, you can just let anyone in if they have a valid ID. Like, then why am I here taking my shoes off, bitch?
When we're standing there, we have that, like, Spider-Man meme moment where, like, the Spider-Mans are shooting towards each other and we're like, who's Paige DeSorbo here? Who's he really here? And I'm just looking at her. So then I immediately...
Wait, imagine if we, like, full on went into a bit and you were like, I'm Paige DeSorbo.
She stole my identity.
They would have hated us.
No, but we actually had, he's not with us anymore, rest in travel, a travel agent who was out to get us. Was really out to get us, and we don't know why. But earlier that week, he had booked like a random flight from Madison.
We hired someone who specializes in admin to only be annoyed by the admin that we should have just done ourselves.
So this is the thing. We were driving from Madison to Milwaukee, which takes an hour. For some reason, he had booked me a flight. And I just was like, Grace, I have a flight booked that's not supposed to be there. Can you tell him to cancel that? And she's like, sure. When he canceled that flight, it canceled like the entire reservation of flights he booked for
like
me.
87 flights. It was like...
So fast forward, the next week I had to go to Seattle and I'm going to sleep at midnight because I have to wake up at 4:30 to get sex trafficked. And I realized I don't have a flight to Seattle. And I'm like... And then I have to calm myself down, get a flight.
Oh, you didn't have a flight to Seattle?
No, I didn't even
either?
tell you that because I want to stress you out.
Oh my God, yeah, that would have stressed
So anyway, the
me
fact
out.
we make it to any show is a miracle on 34th Street.
No, truly, truly a miracle. Because here's the other thing, though, that I just want to point out. Things happen to us that, like, are not our fault. That, like, we did not... It's not because we did something wrong. It's literally like the universe is like, how can we fuck with them today?
But that's the thing.
Of travel.
I wake up in the morning and I say, I'm putting out fires. Where's the fire? I'm going to put it out. I don't ask, what's the saying? I don't ask for fewer burdens. I ask for broader shoulders.
I've never heard that saying ever in my life, but it does seem like it's in the Danny Burner Rolodex.
That is the Danny Burner
I
Rolodex.
would say if there's something that sounds like your dad, it's that.
I said it wrong, but it's so funny. My dad loves a quote. But that's it.
Does he?
That's all. He'll just say something inspirational and leave, and I'm like, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But thank you.
Wait, that's so funny. You're like talking about what to have for dinner with your mom, and he just walks in and he's like,
Believe in yourself.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And he just walks out.
Literally my dad. And my mom is like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, I don't know. You married him. Also, we realized that airplanes are made by men for men.
Airplanes are made by men for men, and I'm quite frankly sick of it because like there's no reason that the overhead bin should be smaller on one side. Like what about the people on that side? Like I don't accept that.
Mm-hmm. Well, now they have new seats, which I was like, oh cool, new seats. These are probably ergonomically like perfect for the modern person. Made for men. Like it's too high.
It's too high. Nobody's shoulders are up that high.
I also feel like it's not made for childbearing hips.
It's just not made with women in mind. I'll say that.
I do have to tell on myself because one thing about me is ever since 2020-ish, 2021, I don't look at comments unless it's on like my photo and I notice the gigglers are commenting and then I'm all in the comments. But like in terms of like when a clip goes viral, like I'm
like
out.
or like someone else's thing of you, you're not.
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't
you're
look
not
at
in
it.
there.
I also like when something goes viral, you kind of like lose control. So I post.
It's not. Well, it doesn't belong to you anymore.
It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the internet.
Yeah.
Now I posted a new bit that I'm working on. It's still being worked out about pilots. And
yeah.
The premise is like how men are delusional to think they could fly planes. Like no woman would ever wake up and be like, I can fly a plane. Like, and that's why there's more male pilots. But then I go into joking how like we should have more women pilots. But I go, but for me personally, and I joke like I would get lost. I would say sorry all the time whenever there was
You don't have a license.
I don't have a
know
license.
the first thing
I tell my dad to park
direction.
it. I sometimes like to lean in on like women's stereotypes as a way to kind of like joke.
Fight the patriarchy.
Yes, it's like you're kind of leaning in and playing with it, and you're not. If you're always like, no, women are perfect. It's not the game we're playing. We're trying to show women are multifaceted. Obviously, women are fucking amazing pilots, right? But I'm joking about how I would say sorry all the time whenever there's turbulence, like those kind of things that like, it's a joke. And I'm not trying to be like, sorry, I got worked up.
It's a fucking joke.
It's a fucking joke. It's
a joke.
We're breathing. We're breathing.
We're breathing. We're growing. We're learning.
Growing,
We're changing.
I'm sorry, women are not emotional. So it got on female pilot talk.
TikTok.
Because I started getting notifications.
Female pilots are
not happy with me. I like occasionally will accidentally see something where people are really mad at me. The female pilot community is so mad at me, and you know what's upsetting? They're the only people I want to like me.
Right.
Like a female pilot is the most powerful, cool, amazing person who's had to get through so many obstacles and had to believe in herself so much, and also So I have female pilots currently being like, this bitch is the worst thing for women.
Wait till I get you on my next flight, bitch. You think having the wrong boarding pass is the least of your problems.
So I'm so scared to fly right now. But then I'm not commenting in it because obviously I want to be like, guys, this is a joke. Like it's women making fun of women and I'm playing like it's not even a complete joke yet. Like I'm figuring it out. I'm joking about how men are delusional. Like
it's a sensitive time.
I know, and I hate to just say it's a joke because part of it's true. But what I'm trying to figure it out right now with you. The joke is that people could
obviously
think
women can be pilots.
Yes, it's people think that
they're more humble than men in general.
Yes, that was the overall concept, but I think it hurt people personally when I was like, oh, my dad will park it for me. It's like obviously that's not true, and I'm joking that people could think that because
like that's what men would say years ago on why women can't be pilots.
So anyway, but that's
you're just so intertwined. You're just so highbrow, is what it is, and people don't realize how intellectual you are with your jokes because they're light.
It is just so funny because the only thing I care about is like questioning
Making the girls laugh.
Yes, and questioning gender roles and making men like feel bad. So the fact that this has somehow hurt a woman pilot is really making
It's really
me
upsetting
upset.
for you.
But I can't fight for myself because I'm not getting into it. Because I
No,
also
you can't.
I don't want the female pilots are busy. I don't want them fighting with me online. Like fly your planes and don't worry about my little jokes. But I'm gonna finish that joke and I'm probably gonna have to add to the joke and say the female pilots are.
No, we're just trying to call more attention to like how men are like really delusional. Like I'll tell a quick story about what Craig said to me this week that really made me just question our humanity. This man starts talking about like production value of like movies and different shows and like shots that he really likes. And he's like, you know, I'm really into that. Like maybe one day I could do something like that. Like what is that job? So first and foremost, it's like you can't do something like that one day because you don't even know what the job is because you're asking me what that job is. But I go along with this man because I like to, you know, build them up only to tear them down swiftly. So I go, oh, are you talking about a director or maybe you're talking about an executive producer? In what genre are we thinking about? Are we thinking scripted? Are we thinking reality?
I love the beginning of the conversation when you're supportive. You go,
I'm so
is it a
supportive in the
director
beginning.
of photography?
So I'm really trying to get all the information in the beginning. And
To use it
he says-
against him.
Yeah, and he says scripted, and I said, okay, so then I think you're thinking of like a director or like the person that owns the project. And I said, hey, let me ask you a question. What prompted this love of cinematography that you've all of a sudden feel in your body? And this man proceeded to say, well, I filmed a TikTok the other day, and I said, I'm sorry. That is where I have to pack it in. Okay? You filmed a singular talk. Okay? And now all of a sudden you're the next James Cameron. I just don't get where the audacity.
Also, Craig, if you're listening, we all know that the first 2 years of TikTok, you just talked about soup. And you couldn't figure out I don't know if you have figured out TikTok yet, honestly.
No.
So but again, I love the confidence and we have to
I love
learn
the
from that. We have to
confidence.
learn from that.
It's the blind like audacity.
Because you know what the hardest
and
thing is?
confidence.
Showing up. That's what my dad would say.
Yeah.
90% of the battle is showing up. And men will show up because they won't question things where we'll
That
think
they're
of
not supposed to be there.
yeah, we will think of every possible thing that could go wrong and how we're not supposed to be there and how embarrassing it'll be and then how we'll have to explain it to people and da da da
Yeah.
da. Men will just be like, yeah,
No, that's why you almost got sex trafficked
100%.
the other morning.
100%.
Support for today's episode comes from Honeylove. Sometimes bras are just a must. There's certain tops where you literally can't go outside if you're not wearing a bra, and it has to be comfortable. Honeylove has revolutionized the wireless bra game. Their bras feature supportive bonding that eliminates the need for uncomfortable wires and unnecessary bulk. I like to get a good push-up when I can here and there, but I don't need the bulk under certain outfits because there are certain tops where I don't want you to know that I'm wearing a bra.
There's so many times that it'll make my outfit to smooth out my granny panty lines. And obviously I love a granny panty, but sometimes the shapewear just makes me feel so confident.
But if you're looking for a more relaxed, like lounge bra for every day, then I definitely recommend their V bra. It offers the support of a traditional bra without all of the wires and all of the stuff. And it's designed to lift and separate with molded cups. And it's not just like a shelf-like bra that most bra companies usually are. Honeylove is not just supporting women, it's empowering women. So treat yourself to the best bras on the market and save 20% off at honeylove.com/giggly. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/giggly to find your perfect fit. After you purchase, they may ask where you heard about them. Please support our podcast and tell them that Giggly Squad sent you. Elevate your comfort, elevate your style with bras that empower your lifestyle of flexibility. It's the summer, which means it's hotter outside, you're going on spontaneous trips, and you don't have time to get a yeast infection, a UTI. But with Wisp, you can get sexual health care you need same day without stepping foot in a doctor's office. Get same day prescription for BV, yeast, UTI, STI, and emergency contraception with discreet delivery to your home for free in all 50 states. So if you're traveling this summer, don't be nervous that you don't have medicine if something were going to happen. Wisp has you covered. You can now also treat for STIs from the comfort of your home with Wisp's diagnostic testing kits. Each kit comes with a test and a consultation. There are 8 different kits available where you can test for BV yeast, herpes, STIs, HPV, and more. Whether it's the discomfort of waiting rooms, the uncertainty of symptoms, or the frustration of delayed answers, these kits offer you something powerful: clarity, quickly, and with compassionate follow-through from the licensed medical providers at Wisp. Trusted by over 1.5 million patients, try Wisp for yourself and see how they're changing the game for access to women's health. Take 15% off your first order with code GIGGLY at HelloWisp.com. That's HelloWisp.com. Prescription products require a consultation with a healthcare provider, and medications are available if medically appropriate. Must be 18 or older. Restrictions apply. See website for full details. Summer is here, and you know what that means. A lot of strapless dresses, a lot of bold colors, just easy breezy, effortless looks. But you also need undergarments for that, and that's where Honeylove comes into play. Honeylove is redefining modern shapewear with real comfort and serious support. Their newest innovation is the Mesh Sculpt, and it's the ultimate summer shapewear. It's super lightweight, breathable, and it's not sacrificing your shapewear. It's still going to keep you cool while still delivering you that sculpted silhouette. The reason I love Honeylove is its targeted compression soothes and shapes exactly where you want it and eases up on the places that you don't. Honeylove's best-selling Superpower Short is also their go-to. It has targeted compression technology that distinguishes between areas where you want more support and then the areas where you're like, let's get a little less compression here. And we've all been there where we're like struggling to take our shapewear off, and Honeylove just doesn't have that problem. Their Super Power Short has 100% cotton, and you don't have to take your entire thing off just to use the bathroom. So treat yourself to the most comfortable shapewear on earth and save 20% off site-wide at honeylove.com/giggly. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/giggly. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that Giggly Squad sent you. Experience the new standard in shapewear with Honeylove.
This episode of Giggly Squad is brought to you by McDonald's, and the snack wrap is back. I'm freaking out because it was introduced to McDonald's in 2006. Shout out to my millennial girlies. And it's been on top of mind. I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, where's the snack wrap? Turns out it is back. It's the comeback story of a lifetime, and it's now available with one of 2 sauces, ranch or spicy. I'm more of a ranch girl because I have anxiety, but if you live life on the edge, I totally support the spicy snack wrap. It has a spicy pepper sauce, probably great for your sinuses, but don't quote me on that. I'm not a doctor. And it has juicy white meat chicken, shredded lettuce, melty cheese, creamy ranch, all wrapped in a soft tortilla. Ooh, literally need one right now. Try the snack wrap that broke the internet at a McDonald's near you. Enjoy the snack wrap for the first time in 9 years. I'm obsessed. It's so easy to just grab at any time of the day, morning, night. Eat that snack wrap. Look, sometimes life gets a little crazy. Some of us could be a little spontaneous, and you never know what's going to happen. And that's why I love having Kachava's whole body meal shakes to keep my body and mind nourished all day. Especially when I'm on the run. Every now and then, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. What am I going to do? And I can't find a good full balanced meal anywhere in the vicinity, especially when I'm on the road. And ordering food could take so long and it's so unhealthy. I can't keep eating fast food, and that's when I discovered Kachava. It's a whole body meal with plant-based protein that actually tastes delicious. with 25 grams of plant protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, 6 grams of fiber, 85 plus superfoods, nutrients, and plant-based ingredients. And has 5 indulgent flavors: chocolate, vanilla, chai, matcha, and coconut acai. I love them all. I also sometimes will be running late, and I love putting some kachava in some oat milk, sometimes some water, sometimes already a green tea that I have. Put 2 scoops, mix it together, and that's my breakfast on the go. Fuel your daily adventures with Kachava. Go to kachava.com and use code GIGLY for 15% off your next order. That's Kachava, KACHAVA.com, code GIGLY for 15% off.
Wait, let's talk about Martha. Let's freaking talk about Martha Stewart.
Okay, so we watched a Martha documentary a while ago. I think it was Amazon or something. It was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I made you guys watch it. And then I text Paige. I go, you have to watch the Martha documentary on Netflix. She goes, babe, I already saw a Martha documentary. I go, I know, but I feel like this is her being interviewed in it, so it gives it a different je ne sais quoi. And Paige is like, I'll see. Hour 3 into this flight back to New York, I feel the longest little skinny fingers poked into my arm because she was sitting behind me. She's never done this to me on a flight. I thought I was
obsessed with you on that flight.
I thought it was snakes on a plane. I thought there was a snake on the plane and I was getting attacked. The way you jolted me, like, I don't think you realized. Imagine I've been literally asleep for 3 hours and then I get jolted from the window side. Something could have flown in. A bird could have hit me from the window.
I kept looking to see if your head was lounging to see if you were sleeping or not. I missed you on that. Sometimes when we're together for too long and then we just go cold turkey, I'm not with you. I'm like, hello.
Wait, and before you say what you're gonna say, someone I shouldn't laugh. They literally
Wait, what?
They literally go,
what story are you
is there a
telling?
doctor on board? They go, is there a doctor on board? So immediately I'm like, Paige, do not raise your hand. Do not raise
I'm like, look, I'm season 11 Grey's Anatomy. I'm not trying to say I am a doctor, but I'm not a doctor.
No, one thing about me, I know when I'm not any help. So they're like, is there a doctor on board? Something was going on with someone. They ended up being fine. But in that moment, I realized.
I started to think we did come from Scottsdale. That could have just been a very hungover person.
Yeah.
Because they literally gave, I think it was a guy, like an IV on our flight.
Which you asked for after. You're like, hey, can I have some? But I do think that in that moment, I was like, okay, well, either A, a doctor's going to help them, or B, we're going to have to land the plane. It was just
a man with a stuffy nose on a flight. He was like, I literally need an IV. I can't breathe.
So I passed out. I fell asleep. Paige starts poking me. I turn around, I'm like, what? And she goes, first of all, someone almost died.
I'm like, did you hear that someone died in the back?
And you were asleep the whole time. But then you go, I watched the Martha documentary and I love her. And then you go, I'm saving it for the pod to tell you all my thoughts.
I'm just there's something about perseverance, getting knocked down, and then perseverance is one of.
You could not say perseverance just there.
No, I couldn't. Is just a quality in people that I envy so much, that I just think is so admirable. And once I see someone get knocked down and come back tenfold, I'm even more obsessed with them. She has had to reinvent herself so many times, and people saying she was the first influencer. She was the first person to be lifestyle is what people want to see and relate to, and she starts this whole media company. So many men were jealous. She literally went to jail because a man was jealous of her.
Same. Literally same.
It's so diabolical. She's the first female self-made billionaire in the United States, which that alone I don't think gets talked about enough. That's really impressive. She was born into a not wealthy family of 6 kids.
Well, even when we're leading up to that, she goes on Wall Street, gets hired because she's beautiful, ends up being so good at her job, but gets like sexually harassed and like low-key assaulted throughout it. But she's like, that was just the time when you're back in a taxi with
Yeah.
a guy, he's gonna grab you. And it's like
what?
that's just what she
That
had
was
to
like in
deal
the
with.
70s.
Yeah. She was like the only woman who worked at the company. And then she creates this incredible catering company and she becomes this billionaire. And then
she's catering for like some of the most exclusive events like in New York City.
yeah. But the crazy thing is then you see the DA basically be like, we need to take down a billionaire. So we're going to take down this woman for, it was like a trade for like 40 grand or something.
No, it was literally like a stock for like 45,000. Now the guy that actually was doing the bulk of the insider trading, who was like knew that this stock was going to plummet because like the FDA didn't approve something. The DA of New York City, that little fuck, says to this guy, if you say like that Martha was involved, we won't prosecute you. Like we'll just put it all on
And
her.
it makes me so fucking mad. Think of the hundreds of men who are at these top companies ripping off people of like all kinds, right? All kinds. And they go
Yeah.
for the one woman who's a self-made billionaire, but not these big companies that are fucking taking advantage of people every day doing illegal shit. So anyway, she decides, basically they're like, if you say you're guilty, you don't have to go to jail. And she's like, I'd rather kill myself.
I'd literally rather die.
Then
She's like,
admit-
but I'm not guilty. I didn't do this. And
Then Martha
so-
thrived in jail, which people don't
no,
talk about
thrived
enough.
in jail.
She,
Here's the other.
yeah.
Say what she did in jail.
Oh no, she just like connected with the other women. She like really made great friends. She was like, she built a community garden. Like she really leaned in, and then she left.
No, she fully leaned in.
She left wearing a homemade poncho,
shawl.
a poncho
Yeah.
shawl that they had made in prison, and she looked fucking amazing.
Fabulous.
But then, yeah, her business fell apart because she.
yeah, because she was the face of her business, and obviously, like, she went to jail, and it was in that time. What was it, like early 2000s?
And she lost
maybe even late 90s.
hundreds of millions of dollars. But I do have to say,
She said in an interview she lost $1 billion,
I do have to say,
like all in all.
no one needs $1 billion. But granted, a woman needs it.
No, I like need it.
I do have to say, a woman needs it. But also, like, she's, regardless without it, she was able to keep her head up. And for anyone, I know, like, it's not that relatable to lose $1 billion, but like, people don't
go
try
to
to
jail.
take you down unless you're that girl.
Wait, I feel like she says that in the interview.
Did she low-key say that? Because that's,
She low-key says, like,
being taken down is main character energy, and that's what I've realized, is that you're a
she
star.
low-key says, like, if you have, like, a really bright light, I don't know if it was her or someone else, like, talking about her, that if you have a really bright light, it doesn't matter what you say or do, people automatically hate you.
And they want to dim it.
And they want to dim it, and they want to be like, see, she's not as great. See, she, like, lost everything. Like, I was right. She's, like, basically a piece of shit.
If particularly men are trying to take you down, you're doing something right.
100%.
Look in the mirror and say, yes, I'm going to continue what I'm doing. The best part of the documentary was when she basically was talking about how her husband was cheating on her. And they go, didn't you make out with a guy in Italy during your honeymoon? And she was like, first of all, shut the fuck
How
up.
dare you?
Second of all, I was in a cathedral. It was beautiful. There was a beautiful man. That doesn't count. And
She was like, it was emotional. We were looking at art. Like, you're in Italy. Like, that's what you do when you're emotional.
you tongue a good-looking man with a jawline. And then she was like, so he just had like countless affairs. And they were like, he said he had affairs because you had an affair. And she goes, again, shut the fuck up. I did meet one very handsome Irish man and had a fling with him. And I was like, I literally texted Des. I go, how long have you known Martha for?
How long have you been involved with Martha Stewart?
How long have you been fucking Martha Stewart? So we found Dez's second family.
No, she was like, my husband didn't know about that affair, and it was like nothing. It didn't even count. It wasn't even real.
It did seem like
And-
she was like, he didn't know, so keep your mouth quiet.
And then the interviewer was like, he said he did know. And she was like, no,
No,
he didn't.
he didn't.
Which I actually believe her. Like, I believe that he, like, didn't know and he was just having affairs on his own.
What was fascinating about it is I do have to say the first documentary that she wasn't involved in, she actually like it made her look better. I love that the Netflix one, like she just sat down and she was not trying to be likable. Like she literally was just like, this is what happened. I don't want to talk about this. Yeah, I fucked this guy. Yeah, but she was just so herself.
real. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was so herself.
And do you remember about guys where she was like, I haven't had a lot of close relationships because I don't care how men feel. When they tell me about their feelings, I'm like, I don't care.
She was like, you want me to be like, oh, Michael, and how do you feel about that? No, I don't care. And I was like, thank you. Like, literally, thank you. I don't give a flying fuck how you care about
That's what's so fucking fascinating about her is that her whole life is about being a homemaker and having this perfect family when like that's literally what she doesn't have.
Right.
And that's like the
Right.
dichotomy of Martha Stewart that's so fascinating and what makes her like the ultimate feminist, kind of like me with the pilots. But basically she talks about how you can be this homemaker while ultimately being a billionaire and actually not depending on a man to make
Right.
you feel important or valued.
I think also one of the most interesting parts was like how the media just turned against her too and was like, she's a bitch, she's so mean. And like she says things like, okay, but if I was a guy, like I own this $1 billion company, I want things to be right. Like I'm just telling them because like this should be done correctly. And like part of me I'm like, yeah, you're employing all these people. Like you have this multi-million-dollar thing here with like a magazine, a TV show, like a brand deal. Like, yeah, you need people to do their jobs. And like if you're assertive, you're automatically a bitch.
I mean, not to try to figure out the whole why women get paid less than men, but it's the overall concept that we are caretakers. So like if a man sits down and is like, give me more money, they're like, obviously, because that man is the provider. Or when a woman's like, I need more money, they're like, okay, selfish cunt. Because we're just seen as these caretakers, which is why day one, when Des was like, you know, do you want to do the dishes? I was like, I know Martha Stewart might have done that for you. I don't.
Which is why when women have a baby, the world sees them differently.
And when women have a baby, it affects them.
Yeah, their job sees them differently. Their careers are different. Their husbands see them differently. Like, so like when people are like, oh, I want to wait to have children because I'm like doing this career, I'm like, yeah, because people like, even if you say like, oh, it's different, it's not. People see you differently. They treat you differently because they're like, oh, but you're a mom now. And it's like, okay.
Honestly, like I did low-key think of that. I'm thinking that like when I have my kid, I might like literally not post them at all, because you know how like people right now who aren't gigglers, like they don't even know I'm married, and like I like that. Like I don't want I think after reality TV I was perceived so much inaccurately that now I'm like, I'd rather not be perceived at all by people who don't like
being
care.
perceived inaccurately. I don't think people talk about enough how it's like a very violating feeling.
Yes, you feel dirty.
You feel dirty and you feel like, so I can't imagine how Martha Stewart felt when like literally she was the #1 most hated woman like in America for like a good chunk of time.
Loki's so iconic.
Iconic. I kind of love it. And then let's talk about what brought her back into like the forefront and relevant in pop culture. Literally laughing, cracking fucking jokes,
Giggling.
She was asked to go on the Justin Bieber roast. And everyone thought like she didn't realize that like they also make fun of you if you're performing at the roast. And people were just making fun of her left and right. And then she went so fucking hard in her roast. I want to know who wrote that for her.
She walked so Nikki Glaser could run.
No, literally.
I mean, it was crazy, that
It was
roast.
iconic.
But yeah, it's so funny how laughter and not taking herself too seriously brought her back. And I swear to God, I don't know if it's because I'm a woman and I'm emotional, but I started crying when Snoop talks about meeting her and being like, she's a bad bitch. Like, she's been through shit and I respect her, and how they connect even though you think that they're from two different lives that have nothing to do with each other. And he's like, I respect everything about her.
He was like, I wanted to collab with her because I felt like she elevated me.
Yeah.
Like, so that, and I thought that was so nice of him to say, because it was like, here she was like so hated, she went to jail, like she wasn't on the top of her game the way she like was years ago, and he was like, she elevates
when
me.
she made a joke about shanking someone and then explaining how she made the shank. It was so fucking I know, I wonder which writers helped her. Shout out to the comics behind the scene making that.
No, they literally brought her back from the dead.
So anyway, watch Martha on Netflix. It's really,
so
really, really good. Also, some pop culture news. Speaking of hot Irishmen, did you see Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson are like falling in love or something?
Wait.
See, this Golden Bachelor shit is what I am into.
No, it's getting like a little bit crazy. He was like, I'm in love with her.
I'm obsessed with this. You know, I love an older Irish man who hadn't found love.
Is he Irish?
He's Irish, and I think he's a widow. So it's
he was
I'm obsessed
he was married
with this
to
love
the Mom
story.
and Parent Trap.
Oh, and she's the one who had the accident?
Yeah, she died in a skiing accident. She like hit her head and then went to take a nap and never freaking woke
and
up.
That's why I don't go skiing.
It's actually devastating. That death is still devastating to me, and I think it was like almost 15 years ago.
I know. It shook everyone. And I know that this is a pattern, though. I love people who you think like, oh, Pamela like had the love of her life and she lost it and she'll always love him, and this sad sob story. No, she's found love again. And for anyone listening, mental health moment again. You can find love again. You can find success again. You can find happiness again. And I'm shipping the fuck out of them.
No, I love when people reinvent themselves.
Look, I want to be a better person and I want to be healthier, but I don't always know how. And that's when I discovered Symbiotica. Their daily supplements are incredible. I don't always like taking pills, so I love slurping down with my smoothies or just right straight into my mouth. They fit easily with my daily routine, mostly because it tastes so good. I'm obsessed with their liquid colostrum. It's vanilla sea salt, and it supports hair, skin, nails, healthy immune system, gut lining. They also have Irish sea moss, which fuels cellular energy to support healthy aging, and they have lemon vanilla. I really love vanilla. I always lean towards it. And you guys know I love vitamin C, which they have in the citrus vanilla that helps with antioxidants, immunity. It really helps me not get sick, especially when I'm traveling a lot. So go to Symbiotica.com/Giggly Squad for 20% off plus free shipping. That's Symbiotika.com/Giggly Squad for 20% off plus free shipping.
If you're looking for outfits this summer, then look no further than Nordstrom. Nordstrom is having a sale on all new arrivals, all their new clothes, shoes, accessories, beauty, home, and more. The anniversary sale runs from July 12th through August 3rd. Prices go up August 4th. You can stock up and save on great deals under $100. They have so many brands like Veronica Beard, Vince, All Saints, Steve Madden, Charlotte Tilbury. And Nordstrom makes it so easy to shop the anniversary sale. With free styling help and free shipping and returns, you can order online, pick up, or head into the store. So make sure you check out all the fun anniversary events happening at Nordstrom. In-store promotions, jewelry trunk shows, and daily beauty events throughout the sale. Shop now at Nordstrom. If you're looking to reinvent your living room, your bedroom, or just change it up, Cozy makes furnishing your home easy. Their furniture is modern, comfortable, and practical. Open up new home possibilities with modular furniture. Refreshing your living space doesn't always mean having to go all in. You should have your home your way. You can add, you can take away, you can just rearrange. From shopping to assembly, everything is easy. Cozy makes it easy to relax with washable and interchangeable covers. Cleanup is simple and stress-free. Transform your living space today with Cozy. Visit cozy.com, COZEY, the home of possibilities made easy.
When we landed in Arizona, we had about 4 hours before the show. I said, perfect, I'm going to watch the Meg Thee Stallion documentary on Amazon. Do you know the drama?
I do know the Tory Lanez drama.
I didn't know it to the extent. I just was like, oh, she got shot and I hope she's okay. Meg the Stallion, talk about men coming for her.
No, this man came for her. This little hobbit.
He's 5'3".
Yeah. No, I'll put him in
He's
my pocket and squish him.
Squish him. He's 5'3". And that's besides the point, but you know what that means. It means we're scared.
But it's also extremely relevant.
Extremely, extremely relevant. Now, she blew up in my orbit during TikTok. You know, she's blowing up. WAP, we dance to that every single day. She has a Beyonce Savage collab. You think this woman is, you know, probably on top of the world. Her mom had just passed away. And her mom was this amazing, like, rapper. She had a job, but that night she would just like write rhymes, and like her mom was this incredibly talented rapper but never like made it. And then Meg starts to rap and her mom's like, you're a star. And her mom basically helps her, like her mom saw her like not break through but like do pretty well. I think she might have like won a BET award or something by that point. And then the mom has a freak like medical thing happen, like a seizure. And the mom dies when she's like 19 or 20. And her mom was her everything. And her dad had died earlier. So she's an orphan. She's an orphan. And then all these great things start to happen to her career. And then, but I think because her mom wasn't there, she starts drinking and hanging out with the wrong people. And people are fucking leeches sometimes. And there was drama. I think her and her best friend were both hooking up with Tory Lanez to an extent. They get in a fight in a car. He shoots her in the foot.
It's just like, it's not funny. It's absolutely not funny. But it's also like, what the, like how the fuck does that even transpire?
Well, that's why everyone was like, this is so weird. But and she says in that moment, like, this was during BLM, and she's like, if I like accuse him of hurting me, like he could get killed. And she just was like, I don't want to fuck with the cops. I just want everyone to be okay. I'm glad I'm alive. Bring me to the hospital.
Right.
But then it starts coming out that people are like, she lied, she this, she that. And then he comes out being like, she's a liar, because eventually she has to be like, well, he did shoot me, and like he can't go around shooting people.
Right.
So the whole internet turns on her and calls her a liar, says she's like trying to take him down. He's going around being like, she's a liar.
I just want to say that I never turned on her. I never didn't believe her.
Well, then she was having to defend herself, like, well, were you hooking up with him? What was your relationship? And it's like, it doesn't fucking matter. You can't shoot someone.
It doesn't matter if I literally was married to him.
You can't shoot someone. So it took years, and it's following her. She does SNL. She hosts and performs on SNL. This is like everyone, like, if you're a performer, that's your fucking dream.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, she checks herself into a mental health retreat.
No, that's literally me after Giggly Squad.
After traveling to Giggly Squad.
I'm like, I have to perform Giggly Squad and then go to Mirrorball.
So it's so crazy. People could be so envious of someone's success, but they're battling like demons you've no fucking clue about. And then she wins the court case, and they show it all. They show the moment that she finds out that he's guilty, and still people hate on her because they think because she took down a man. And it's like, guys, don't shoot people for no reason. At least have a reason, like the Menendez brothers. No, I'm just kidding. No. Oh, God.
No, literally. So justice for Megan Thee Stallion.
Justice for Megan Thee Stallion.
It is so sad that there are so many different stories of people being at like the pinnacle of their success, like the peak of success, and they're just so unhappy.
Yeah, but it's also, there's so many women who were taken advantage of, but thankfully like Meg had the money to fight this guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I've had men in comedy.
If she wasn't famous and he just did this to some like random girl, like the outcome would have been completely different.
Not to turn it to stand up, but like a lot of men, because it's a little bit of a boys club, will for whatever reason they hook up with a girl, or they don't like something a girl did, and they'll tell all their friends not to book that girl. And next thing you know, you're like, why aren't there more females or women in stand up? And it's like, oh, because they got blackballed early on because they
Wait.
gave a hand job to the wrong guy.
That's so. I just saw a meme that was like, you literally never hear girls say, "Oh, my crazy ex-boyfriend." You only ever hear guys say, "Oh, that's my crazy ex-girlfriend."
Yep. Yeah.
Someone commented and was like, because they don't make it out alive, which was like a little bit dark, but
No, that's so
I was
funny.
like, okay, well,
That's-
that took a
Wait,
little.
that's actually so valid. But not to like be spilling fucking tea on Giggly Squad, but like I was blackballed by a male comic, but I was lucky because I had an agency and I had followers in the beginning and I was able
But
to
if
like
you were just
push.
starting
if I was
out
just
and
starting
no
off with
one knew who
no
you were,
followers,
you would have a different job.
I would have
right
a
now.
because of a dude. So anyway,
Yeah.
keep that in mind. And can I say something about the marketing gigglers for a second? A quick shout out. I know some girls get PR packages from, YSL and fancy places that are beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
Louis Vuitton bags.
Louis Vuitton bags, David Yurman bracelets. I got one of the most spectacular PR packages yesterday.
From?
Lactaid. I open it up. It's Lactaid Crocs. I didn't even know that was possible.
Oh my.
No,
God.
they went so hard.
No, they went
Lactaid,
so hard.
a Lactaid Stanley, and
Okay.
then a Lactaid tie.
Did they give you any Lactaid?
Yes, there were two. I
Yeah.
could have used more, but it's fine. So I post it, and then I realize, give these motherfuckers a raise.
Yeah.
So my new thing is
It's the marketing girl.
these gigglers at this companies who are going above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Now I go on Instagram and I just keep saying give them a raise because these
No,
girls
girls are
deserve a
running the
raise.
world.
Lactaid, whoever your manager is, send this to them.
Mm-hmm.
I want 20K more of their yearly salary because that was spectacular work.
Mm-hmm.
Spectacular. Give me 17 of them.
14 need more of them.
Give me 14 of them right now.
Also, when this episode comes out, it will be election day. So me and Hannah both voted early.
Mm-hmm.
We did
Absentee ballots.
we did citizen homework. We did absentee ballots because like our schedule is so crazy and like we're just like, just in case, let's get an absentee
Yeah.
ballot and mail it in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, it was confusing for me. Like I did it correctly. I ended up figuring it out, but when I opened it, it was like
It was giving
you know, when
standardized test.
No, it was giving standardized test, and I was like, okay, should I have like a practice one? Because like, what if I don't fill the bubbles in correctly?
No, I got outside of one of the bubbles a little bit, and I was like, no. I call my
I was
mom.
like, is this null and void now?
Then I was like, am I supposed to use a number 2 pencil? I literally called my mom and she was like, calm down. You went to college. and I was
Wait,
like, there's a lot.
I didn't even think about the number 2 pencil.
That was the first
or,
thing
like,
I thought
the
of. I
pen.
said, do they still make number 2 pencils? But then,
wait, I used a pen.
yeah, no, you can.
Okay.
You have, I don't know. I don't know. But I was never more scared. Also, voting, I do have to say, it's not easy. But they purposely make it not easy.
No, I think that, yeah, I feel like they do that.
They do it on purpose. But you guys, as women, we are detail oriented. We can be
have to
pilots.
vote.
And
Yes.
we are going to figure it out. And if you're a
We can be
giggler,
billionaires that go to jail. We can be pilots.
we can
We
do
can be
anything.
president. We can literally do anything. We can become directors off of one TikTok.
No, no gigglers. You don't have to come to our shows. You don't have to listen to every episode. We do ask if you do anything that you vote this election.
Yes.
And we love you, love you, love you. We love you so much. Speaking, can I say something controversial again?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Addison Rae. I'm obsessed with her. I think Aquamarine, another hit. I think she's doing fucking amazing. Again, someone who people were like totally disrespectful of, and she just kept working. I think she's amazing. One note, because we're allowed to be critical of women.
Yes. Small note.
Stop with the cigarettes.
You know, that's a very interesting thing that I feel like Gen Z is doing that like no one's commenting. Now, if as a millennial, if I ever posted like an Instagram picture like a couple of years ago holding a cigarette in my hand, I'd be
Eviscerated.
eviscerated.
Well, you know what it is? I think it's one of those generational things where like the generation before us fought so hard to like stop people from smoking cigarettes, and then it's
Yeah.
like the next generation like forgets, and they're like, wait, that was cool, why did we stop? And it's like,
Yeah.
so I just want to remind
It's like,
people,
well, it killed a lot of people.
I hate to be the mom of the group.
Yeah.
It's
but
not
like young
cool.
little girls are watching it.
It's not cool. Well, she did like the 2 cigarettes in her mouth, and it's like, I get it. It's art. We can do other art. Let's do other art.
I agree.
And I'm saying Addison Rae, I think, is going to be like one of the biggest pop stars of our generation. Like, I really love her and I want her to be huge. And this is just a warning. We don't need cigarettes.
Especially because I feel like Gen Z I will give them their flowers when it comes to like drinking culture. I feel like they have like kind of changed like the partying aspect of like being in your 20s. But the cigarette part is like a little mind blowing. Yeah,
because it's like you guys want to be environmentally friendly, but you're smoking cigs. I
feel
like that's
take a shot of tequila instead. Then
I feel like it's as bad as a cow fart for the environment. I mean, I don't know about the environment. Did you see Kamala just said she's gonna legalize recreational marijuana?
Thank you.
Finally, we didn't even address the Halloween show.
Oh my God, we didn't. The Halloween show. Here's one thing about your birthday though. Like, I didn't ask for birthday admin to respond to everyone.
No, I actually I responded like when I had a Netflix special, when I was on Fallon, when I responded to all those texts, birthday texts. I'm like, this isn't you guys. I don't deserve this. It's fine.
It's like, please don't do this to me right now.
But low key, if someone doesn't, are you gonna clock it?
For sure. I'm like, they didn't wish me happy birthday.
What's your ideal way for someone to respond to your birthday who's like in your friend group? What do you want them to do? HBD. Would you rather them not text you and do like an Instagram
No, you have to
story?
Text me. Don't give a fuck about an Instagram story.
Interesting, because I've had some people be like, you better post an Instagram about me.
Yeah, I think that's weird. I think if people are like, you didn't post an Instagram story for my birthday, you're a freak.
I agree.
Like, just send a text.
Because also people will do it and pick the ugliest photo of you and you're like, that was for you, that wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's also like, then you've just given me repost admin. I don't want to have to repost to this.
Oh, so you're also thinking aesthetically, you're not going to have a crazy repost Insta story.
I don't think so.
Unless if people post really cute photos of you.
Yeah, and like if Daphne's in some of them, then like repost.
Or if it's like a video montage.
Yeah. Like I died.
You were the best, but you were the worst. That's really people are anyway, sorry, that's a Gracie Abrams reference. Final thought that I wrote in the notes. What is the difference between vitamin B and vitamin B2?
I don't think that's
or like vitamin D and vitamin D3. No.
That's above my pay grade.
Because nobody told me the answer.
This is like the moment where I'm like, men are superior to us. Men know what it is.
No, I think men did it to confuse us because a woman would never just add a 2. They would be like, this is what's different about it.
Like, I don't want an exponent on my vitamins.
No, because someone told me I was vitamin D deficient, and then I bought vitamin D3, and then I was like, is this like negating
the same thing?
Yeah, so
I have no idea. I'm sure it's like derived from it, but I literally have no idea.
Like a plant.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on. So anything you just heard over the last hour, there's no substance or
no, I don't have any brain cells
behind
and my
it.
eyes are swollen.
They're swollen. My feet are swollen.
My stomach is we were on a plane 4 days in a row. Yeah. And my stomach is not okay. Also, what time zone am I on? Because we went through time zone change and then daylight savings. I don't know where my body has no idea.
Time is
happening.
A construction. Also,
yeah, time is a construct.
I'm bloated constantly. No one asks if I'm pregnant, which is now it's really starting to fuck with me. Nobody wants me to be pregnant. JD Vance was like, every girl should be pregnant, but Hannah Berner. Hannah Berner should not have a family. But yeah, I'm just bloated. For no one who was asking, Paige is bloated. I feel like I wanted to announce some shows coming up that we have. We have a couple tickets in San Antonio, Grand Prairie, Orlando, Manchitucket, Cleveland, Windsor, Ontario, New York. And also, I just announced on the low, I didn't really announce it, I'm doing some work in new material shows in Timonium, Maryland, Irvine, California, and Birmingham, Alabama. So check out my website for that.
Okay.
God be with y'all.
Bless up.
God, thank you for giggling with us, God. We love you. Bless up. Talk later.
See ya.